Good morning. As part of Women's Day celebration in Hitachi Rail, today we organized a fireside chat, and whole month, March month is celebrated as Women's Day, Women's Month in Hitachi Rail STS. I'm happy to welcome Ms. Kavita Garla to the event by giving the bouquet.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I'm going to hand over the session to Kavita to further process. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, and happy Women's Day to everyone.
Thank you so much.
So,
Happy Women's Day.
I'm super excited to be here at Hitachi Rail Bangalore to speak on the topic with these amazing women. The topic is fostering a culture of inclusion, women's experience in Hitachi Rail. Today, we are all here to explore and learn from the experiences and perspectives of women working at Hitachi Rail STS Bangalore. Hitachi Rail is committed to driving innovation and delivering value to customers, while also addressing the challenges of climate change and urbanization. The company's vision is to create a future of society through sustainable mobility by developing intelligent and interconnected transport systems that meet the evolving needs of people and communities. At Hitachi Rail, diversity and inclusion are essential components of the company's culture and values. The company recognizes that a diverse workforce is not only essential for creating a fair and equitable workplace but also for driving innovation, creativity, and growth. As part of its commitment to fostering a culture of inclusion, Hitachi Rail has taken concrete steps to support women in the workplace and has created an environment where women can thrive and achieve their full potential. As we celebrate Women's Day 2023 today, we will hear from a diverse group of women working right here in Namma, Bengaluru. They will share their experiences and insight on what it is like to work in a male-dominated industry and how they have been able to succeed and thrive. We hope that their stories will inform and inspire and help in building a more inclusive and equitable workplace at Hitachi Rail and beyond. A warm welcome to all of you to the fireside chat. Are you all excited to be here?
Yes.
Yes. And I am very excited to learn from you and grow by listening to your inspiring stories.
Thank you.
So let's start with the lady in pink today. Her name is Anita Rai. She has a BSc degree in physics and mathematics, currently working at Hitachi Rail, STS India Bangalore as engineering document controller. Welcome, Anita. So I want you to tell me a little more about yourself.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm very happy today and I feel very privileged to tell that I'm with the company for the last 23 years. Wow. I have completed my 23 years. I'm very thankful. I did my BSc and I joined the company and I joined for the training and I was absorbed. I have worked with all the departments and the company has let me grow and it's taught me like you can grow, and I've really grown with the company. I'm very happy and thank you for this chance to tell myself that it's great working for the company.
Fantastic, Anita. As you can see, she has 23 years of experience, and as the next hour goes, you will hear a lot of her stories and we learn about why she has been in Hitachi for 23 years. Next, we have Sonia Gill, who very recently joined Hitachi Rail as Senior Compliance Manager, APAC. The role encompasses both regional and global remit. She has over 17 plus years progressive experience in heavy manufacturing and the project industry. She is married with a teenage son, and we would love to know a lot more about you.
Thank you, Kavita. Thanks for this warm welcome. So, as a global organization, daily we face a lot of complex and challenging legislative requirements regulatory requirements, and certain risks, which, if not addressed appropriately, can have implications on our business, including reputation. My role in Hitachi Rail is to enable a culture of integrity and help manage those risks. I am Sonia Gill, and as Kavita introduced to me, I very recently joined Hitachi Rail as a Senior Compliance Manager, Asia Pacific. And as she said, I have both global and regional remits. I'm married with a teenage lovely son, and I'm happy to be here in this panel discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia. You come with a lot of rich experience, not just at Hitachi, but outside. So I'm sure as the hour goes by, you're going to share a lot of nuggets with us. So looking forward to that. Yes. Okay. Next, we have with us a new entrant to Hitachi. She's a part of the procurement department and has about 7 years of experience in procurement. She has an MBA and is happily settled in Bangalore with her parents. This is Siddhi. Siddhi, tell us a little more about yourself.
Thanks, Kavita. As she mentioned, I am very new to Hitachi and just 7 years of experience. Hitachi Rail has caught my eye because it's a railway industry where women are underrepresented globally. It's a global phenomenon, not just in India. And I'm happy to be a contributor, woman contributor here. I have been in Maharashtra, I have been in Karnataka, and I have seen some regional differences which has helped me to grow as a person, as a personality. Love to be at Hitachi and looking forward a lot on this panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Siddhi. And we've had many conversations, and I know you have a wealth of information. Even if it's 7 years of experience, you're going to be sharing a lot. Thank you. Okay, we have the youngest member of the panel now. She is a young woman who is a native of Dharmapuri, Tamil Nadu. She has completed her UG from Coimbatore, and she has been a part of Hitachi Rail for the past 1 year. Welcome, Indumati, and please share a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Myself, Indumati. I hope you all doing well. As you said, I did my graduation be in Tamil Nadu only. Actually, I don't have any experience. This is the first I was joining Hitachi only. So I hope I have to start up learning. So thank you.
Thank you, Indu. And I think today you're going to be learning the most from all these women here, and it will definitely help you thrive in Hitachi Rail. Yes. All right. Smiling. Who is that? Well, here we have Rajeshri, an electronics engineer. She's working as a verification and validation engineer at Hitachi Rail STS. And from the moment I've seen her this morning, she's had that smile on her face. So tell us a little more about you, Rajshri.
Thanks, Kavita. So I'm Rajshri. As she mentioned, I have 7 years of experience, and I have had the opportunity to work for many national and international projects, which give me immense knowledge. And moving forward, I feel very strongly about climate change and green energy, and I would like to contribute on the same working with Hitachi Rail. Thank you. Thank you, Kavita.
I guess you're in the right place. Green energy is what Hitachi Rail is all about, right? Okay. So this is our panel, and again, a warm welcome. So shall we start with the first question? Okay. So diversity and inclusion, or D&I, have been hot topics in the business world over the past few years. All of us talk about it all the time. And you've probably heard these topics discussed in meetings, or even sought a job where the company supports D&I activities. So I wanted to understand from each of you, what is your perspective on D&I? What is your experience with D&I that you could share with us today? So Siddhi, you want to take this question? Yeah.
Well, to me, diversity means having a variety of people in your organization, be it from any race, caste, gender, or other factors. Inclusion means to me having the diversity included in your organization, having these kind of inclusions where everyone feels valued, everyone's opinions are matters, and everyone gets a fair chance to learn. So diversity and inclusion, of course, is a hot topic in the industry, outside the industry. It has to be taken up. especially for women empowerment. It gives a boost to women empowerment where women feel inclusive enough. Diversity just is not enough. You have to include the diversity, because diversity and inclusion brings variety of solutions which are creative, because everyone gets a different perspective to the table. So that's what diversity and inclusion means to me. It has helped me a lot. As I said, I have been in north, moved to south, a huge diversity of people I've seen, and that has helped me develop as a person. And I would say Karnataka is quite hospitable for that, which has helped me learn and made me feel inclusive as a good contributor to women empowerment, at least.
Wonderful. Great answer. I want to hear from someone else now. Yeah, please go ahead, Anita.
My friend Siddhi, she told about diversity and inclusion she took from different places, but I'm having an experience with the same company. I can tell, or can proudly tell, diversity and inclusion is taken care in Hitachi, because since I've been for 23 years, without that I think that could have not been for me to be here. Yes, as she told, diversity, I was at a younger age, now I've grown with the age also, so age has to be respected. And that inclusion, yes, so diversity is also there, inclusion is also there, and that is taken care by the company. So because of that, I can proudly tell I'm able to even today tell, yes, I'm going to be there till the end, till I want.
Oh, wow, till the end. So this Hitachi Rail is going to, listen to this, and maybe we'll see what else happens with you. I think you've grown a lot, right, with the company. I mean,
Yes.
23 years is a long time, and yeah, you can speak.
Yeah.
And if you're saying diversity and inclusion at Hitachi Rail has helped you stay here, that means they've supported you, correct?
Yes, they have recognized me. Of course, I am like, I don't come on stage, or I always have a policy. Asha, I always, even to my old bosses or anybody, I used to always tell, sir, I want to be Lata Mangeshkar, not an Asha Bhosle. On stage, off stage, but recognition is something, wherever you are, you get it.
Okay.
So it's your confidence, it's your strength. Male dominated, fine. I don't take them as a male. Yeah, male, female, all required. Female, we have something called FE added to the male. So all goes hand in hand, because even with my father, I used to tell, why do you tell male, female? You are a male, I'm a female. But I don't take them as a male, female. Race, it's a race. Means race, I didn't tell RACE. It's a different kind of race. We have to go on. So we have to go hand in hand. So diversity, inclusion, age, respect. We have to respect anybody at any stage. So with that, I have kept it confidence, our knowledge. I have a knowledge. Of course, I may not have everybody's knowledge, but my knowledge, I have the confidence. So that the company has respected me, and they have recognized me, and they have told, yes, whatever it is, you are there, and we are there with you. So till my age is there, I'm going to be with this company.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So, so what you're saying is, doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman. You do your best, you grow yourself, you thrive, and that work should speak for itself. And today you are Asha Bhosle. You're on the stage.
Thank you.
So you made it, even though you didn't want. But that's your work speaking for yourself.
Yes, it's like my sincerity, my hard work. It will be recognized.
It's recognized today. So
Thank
I think
you.
we should give you a round of applause for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic answer. Who wants to go next? The stage is open. Indu, come on, you're the youngest person. What do you feel? Are you inspired listening to two women talking about diversity and inclusion? You're excited?
I would like to tell about Indu, if you don't mind. She has everything, but she needs to put it forth, and she can do it now.
Today she's going to do it.
She will do it.
Absolutely. I told her she's going to be the star today. Come on.
No, actually, I was startup here first. The company, this one, I don't have any experience, but still, I have not uncomfortable. Means in Hitachi there is nothing to say, because everyone are helping to wealth and health. Both also they are taking care. So actually, I am proudly to say that I am working in Hitachi. That's it.
Fantastic. I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that. Thank you. Please go ahead, Rajshri.
Yeah, so I feel the same. Diversity and inclusion are very mutually inclusive things. If you have diversity without inclusion, you end up getting a very toxic environment. And other way around, if you have all the inclusion and you really don't have any diverse people, you end up very stagnated and uncreative. So they really go hand in hand, and they are not two separate entities according to me. And that's how it should be. Thank you.
Fantastic. I think that's why this year they have equity as part of the theme, right? It is not about man, women, or it's more about each one comes with their own circumstances and their own thing, and how do we make them be a part of the organization to see each person as a person and as
Yes.
not male, female.
No,
So
we are beyond that.
fantastic. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
We all know that diversity brings in different perspectives. Perhaps different perspective to strategies that the organizations may want to build, different perspective to problem solving. Uh, so, as she said, it goes hand in hand.
Absolutely.
And at one point of time, as it matures, it becomes a competitive advantage in the market. I very recently joined Hitachi Rail, spending a lot of years in my former organization. But I would say, and I would want to share that my onboarding has been seamless
Wow.
here from the day one. Coming from a different technical background or different experience in a different industry, the leadership and the other employees here have been very patient with me, have spent a lot of time explaining me how the business goes, what are the dynamics, so that I could build and I also wanted to understand that so that I can build my compliance program around it. So it has been a wonderful experience. It's already been 3 months, but it doesn't seem to me that I'm new. I'm already a part of Hitachi, it seems, since a long time, and it's been a wonderful experience. And I expect this journey to carry forward for a long, long time.
Thank you. And I'm sure you'll be playing a huge role in DNI for sure. I can see that with your experience. Okay, you know, research shows that women represent approximately only 14% of the total STEM workforce in India. And you guys are part of that 14%. What inspired you to pursue a career in STEM or even the railway industry? Because some of you have been here for a while. And how did you get started at Hitachi Rail? And like I always say, if the question applies to you, please answer. We would love to know the answer. If it doesn't apply to you, it's okay. So who wants to go first on this? You, oh, fantastic. Indu, please.
Yeah, actually, after completed my degree, I don't have any idea to join anywhere. So actually, I came from very middle class family only. So what they think, as a girl, I want to get married after degree. So they are planning to start it like that. So after that, I don't know what to do. For me, actually, personally, I don't know what to do. So personally, I'm telling my best friend one is there. He only told me to come out first. We need to come out there. So I tried to came first Bangalore only. In Tamil Nadu, actually, fully I was travel there only. My schooling, colleges, everywhere I did there only. After that, I don't know how to communicate and outside peoples also. I don't know how to attract there. I don't know how to speak. So first of all, I came out there. So I can come here, and before that, I don't know about this field. So after he came here, then only I can start up. Okay, this is the field. We have to get there. We have to start up there. After that, only I joined here. Then I was started here. That's
So you're
it.
happy to be a part of Hitachi Rail. It's
Yeah.
something very innovative, very new. It's a company that's going to change the face of train travel, and you're part of it. How do you feel about that?
I'm feel actually before that I don't know how to speak especially boys. So they are normally we know as a woman we are dominating themselves. So first issue I was faced that only here. But in Hitachi Rail they are giving more comfortable feel like there is no men and women. There is no difference.
Very
We all common. Like that only they are actually taking care everything. For women especially they are taking care. So lovely, comfortable
Fantastic.
I feel like.
Very nice. And this is a perfect first job for you, I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, you're going to grow a lot.
Yeah, just now I start up, I have to learn more.
Yeah, absolutely. You have great role models sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next? You want to, Rajan? Okay. Anyone else want to take this question? How did you, Sonia, you've been a part of STEM, I mean, in different companies. So, what has been your experience? What made you stay in this field? Anything?
See, I've always been a science student, so that has perhaps driven my choices to be in a technical field or a manufacturing field. What inspires me to stick there is perhaps the complexity and challenges and the solutions that we as a team with our differentiators and uniqueness can bring about, the solutions that we can bring about, and to see something in motion which is our creation is something which has always inspired me, and that's why I'm here.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anita, you have anything, or we can move to the next?
Yes.
Sure.
Of course, because I'm very happy because it's something to tell. Once I joined the company after my BSc here, the environment is so nice, and I'm actually like challenging anything new. I like to take it. I don't tell no to anything. If it's anything, yes, I can do it. I don't take it like I don't know this, I'll not do it. So even my bosses who were there, or who I can call them as mentor, give it to Anita, she will finish it for you. That was the dialogue I used to get it from my bosses, and I have kept up that. And the environment was so friendly and homely, like I didn't feel like I should think of another one. They never let me give me that thought. I never got that thought also, like I should think of another company. And of course in my downs, like whatever it is, they told, we are there with you, go ahead, don't worry about it. And with the company, so when I gave my loyalty, sincerity and my confidence and my hard work, the company told, don't worry, we are there with you. As we sustain, you will sustain with us. And I'm there, always.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anita. My next question was going to be, what are the challenges have you faced? But I don't think any of you have faced any challenges from hearing you, right? Yeah, you did. Okay, fantastic. Please do share.
Not in Hitachi though. It's a
Yeah.
very short term, and I don't think with the environment, with what I hear from these good ladies, I don't think I'll face any challenges. But I have had some interviews, I see job boards, and we still have jobs like females required, male required.
yes.
I feel hiring process has to change, and it is changing in certain industries. I don't deny that, but if it is actually changing, then we don't see the underrepresentation of women right now. So I think hiring process has to change. I have faced interviews where they have turned me down just because I'm nearing to a marriage age. You might
goodness,
leave, and you might start planning a family. I feel women should be empowered in a way. If I'm nearing to my marriage age, give me flexible hours till I adjust. I won't leave my career. Let me be financially that independent. Inculcate that culture right from my childhood. And I feel it's just not corporate. The entire society has to change right from the childhood till you grow to an old age. Regardless of your gender, you should be financially independent. And I feel this plays a very big role in women empowerment.
Fabulous. I agree with you. I think society as a whole should change, and how we bring up our children, whether it's a boy or a girl, should be equal, should be different. And I have two boys, and I never thought of them as boys, bringing them up. And I feel that's the biggest thing, that I feel so happy when I see them today all grown up, and they can cook and clean as well as any other girl, or better than any other girl. So I think it all starts at home, and being more aware of where there is a discrimination or there is a bias is also very important. So yeah,
Charity and change starts at home.
home, absolutely.
It does.
So all of you are young, so and you have a boy, and I'm sure you're raising him to understand that actually the world is equal. It's how we see it. It's our mindset that makes a difference. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I've been reading a lot of stories shared by Hitachi on Women's Day, right? You all have read it from all across the world. They've been sharing, and a lot of them, including Imani Lawson, and all have said that mentoring and networking, especially mentoring, has played a big role in them being who they are today. So just wanted to understand, have you had any such experiences at Hitachi Rail or outside where a mentor has made a difference and helped you grow? I truly believe in coaching and mentoring. I feel, you get pushed to the next level, right? Like you said, you had so many people supporting you and telling you you can do it. So do you have these kind of champions in your life? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Rajshri.
Yeah. So I started here as a graduate engineer trainee straight out of college
Wow.
with no any corporate experience.
Absolutely.
And I was put into a team with, I think, 4 men. And when I say, when you enter corporate, you're dealing with men who are probably a lot elder to you. Like, till that time you are, in your own peer group. So that again is very challenging. And communication wise, there's a lot of challenges happening there where you don't know what to ask, they don't know how to deal with you. They feel like, you're a kindergarten student coming in with no certain experience, and you feel, how do I approach, some 30, late 30 men, how do you come up with them? So I think there our mentorship came into a lot of perspective, gave us a lot of perspective. As GETs, we were given a lot of trainings, and there was no the structural way of doing it. I had access to a lot of veterans and pioneers of railway industry. My HOD, we were from the same school, so there was a certain bond. And one of my mentors, what he taught me was the importance of asking the right questions, how to deal with these men asking the right questions, which I learned from him, and which led me to channel my way through work. And eventually we reached a stage where we were complementing each other, but that was possible because of the mentorship I got from such a very seasoned person who started his career when I was not even born. So
Wow.
that kind of access I'm talking about here at Hitachi Rail, which has been very beneficial. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Wow. Is that person still here?
Yeah, he is Mr. Ayyappan.
Okay.
He heads the construction department. So he was my first mentor. So we had these lunch and learn programs every Wednesday. So he used to take, and he used to always mentor and guide us.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you here today.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I would like to.
Yes.
I accept Rajeshri. So Ayyappan is really not only in technical side, even in the financial or any support, silently he will support you. He was the one who taught me, once I joined, how you have to make a financial wealth management for yourself.
Wow.
What he taught me that day, I've done it, I've implemented, and even today when I reap the fruit out of it, I remember him.
Wow.
He told, after this age, Anita, this is how you do. After this age, you only have to enjoy.
Good. So I
So,
think we
he's
should
a-
give him a round of applause
Yes,
as somebody would.
he's great technically, and he will support you silently. He'll not tell I've supported you, but he will silently support you. He's a nice.
Fantastic. Do you
Thank
have
you.
anything more to add on mentorship or networking? Is it important for women?
Yes, it's very important because networking and mentorship, it is how we take it, because every girl will not talk, but they should not be hesitant to talk. Some girls or some ladies need a push. Some, though you push, they'll not come out, but still we can try. We can bring them out. For that, mentorship and networking is necessary. Once you start, it is like psychological. Like, I talk, I don't know to talk, so we tell them, no, you talk whatever it is. If it is right, it will be accepted. So for ladies, I think for them to come out, like some mentorship or some, it is to tell, no, more than mentorship, it is encouragement. Come out.
Absolutely.
It is like, if you cannot go 10 step, every ladies or every girls is not 10 step, 2 steps. Everybody may not become everything, but mentorship and networking will help for them to be independent at least, because you should have everybody in life, but independent will give you more confidence.
Absolutely.
Dependency will make you feel weak.
Strong woman speaking. Sonia, please.
Thank
go ahead.
you.
Thanks. I'll be speaking more on networking.
Yes.
They're more interconnected, I would say, mentoring and networking. Mentoring, obviously, as all my friends said, that gives a focused learning approach, would bring in that strong feedback mechanism, and enable both professional and personal growth. networking is also very, very important. Now, networking could be internal to an organization and could be external. In any case, Hitachi has been promoting this a lot. We have one Hitachi as the mantra today. So it definitely helps you get connected with different people of different disciplines and could share your experiences, leverage their experiences, their expertise. So you gradually build on skills, both technical and soft skills, and then we have seen organizations bringing a complete turnaround with increased networking. So it definitely helps.
Fantastic. And I think if you don't speak about the work that you're doing, networking is what? It's talking about yourself, who you are, what work you're doing. And if people don't know, how will you get recognized, right?
Absolutely.
And as women, we should do more of it. We sometimes take a back seat. I've seen this happen in many organizations. I've been in training and coaching. It's the men who speak up. You do all the work, but then they say, I. There's no we. So like you were saying, right, mentorship and networking is all about collaboration. Then you become complementary to each other. It's not just I, me, myself. It becomes a we organization. And like you said, beautiful. Hitachi One is, it's a fabulous mantra to keep in your mind. So, Siddhi, do you want to add something to this question?
Well, I would say short and sweet. I was taught networking by my mentors.
Okay.
I was taught financial independence by my mentors. I'm lucky enough, after coming to Bangalore, after starting my career in Bangalore, I have got good mentors. My mom has been a very big support right from childhood because she has inculcated this independence in my brain right from my childhood. And it was taken up later, and I find, but most of the mentors after that have been men. Let it be my dad, brother, friends, managers. So yeah, I would love to see them. I would love to build networks like them, the intense networks, and then learn especially the leadership skills from them and grow.
Fantastic. Thank you. Hindu, you have 4 people who can become your mentors here. You should take up the offer today and say, can you
Yeah,
be my
correct.
mentor?
Actually, for me, mentor, especially for whole my team, all my mentors only, especially my super mom. First, actually, I told, after I joined here, I told that I can't do anything like that. I told, but my mom pushed to say, oh, you can do it like that. He pushed me. After that, I came here. Then after COVID only, I joined here. So there are a lot of people are not there. They are taken work from home. At that time, actually, my team fully supported my team only. They actually usually used to tell like, you can do it now. First you can learn. After that you can try. Without trying, you can't try anything. You can do it like that. They push me to do everything. So all my team, all my mentors only. Thank you.
Nice. So how many of y'all are in male-dominated teams right now? Like, I mean, do you have, how many men in your team? And how many women?
We are 5:1.
5:1.
So
and you're the
5
one.
men, I'm the one.
So do you face any challenges?
Oh, I'm loved.
You love it? You're loved, is it?
I am loved. I'm the youngest. I have a male-dominated team, and I can be the kid around sometimes. Wherein, apart from work, wherein if we go for lunch, we go outside, I can be the bubbly one, and I get that freedom here. So that is something I love about Hitachi. I think although it's male-dominated, but you have that female essence intact, and my hiring manager in fact, and sometimes he mentors us as well. Sometimes when he has moved out of the team, but sometimes he mentors. He's still in Hitachi, and I would say with a short experience with him, with a short duration with him, he resembles a lot like my previous manager, who was one of my mentors as well. So it's lovely. I mean, I don't have to elaborate and explain my challenges. It's a short, crisp conversation. He says one line and it just gets fit into your head because of the experience that he holds. He just knows what to say when. So yeah, I feel it's good to be. Sometimes there are pros to be in a male-dominated domain as well, and you get a lot of encouragement to move forward.
Fantastic. So you have found the right balance between the male and the female energy, and you know how to play along. At the same time, you have held your respect and your command of what you do. So
Yes,
I feel
yeah,
that,
you got the point. But I would still love a friend, a female friend in
I
the
know.
team.
So if you're listening, please hire a woman in her team. Yes, Rajshri.
I think over the past 7 years, I'm so used to being the only woman wherever I go. So, yeah, like I think beyond a point, it doesn't really matter. And even the men, like, they're used. So, you are given your work, you're given your space. Okay, this is her work, and she is capable of doing it. So, that always comes in. But
So you're like this little, like you're little spoiled being the only woman. So
oh yeah, that
yes,
always
that's
is there.
So nice.
It's always nice to be, around,
yeah.
pampered,
Very
taken care of. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, thank you. So do you guys have any messages to your male colleagues if you had to say something to them on Women's Day? Anything? Anything?
Thank you for the support given till date, and look for your support till there. And always encourage us, support us, recognize us even more better, so that we don't want to take away your seat or chance, but we want to be with you.
Fantastic. That's a good message.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Maybe advice, maybe, generally to the men listening to this conversation, if they had to do something that would empower more women in their team or in the organization. Yes, Siddhi.
I feel from a company perspective or from men's perspective, I would like to take up one example which in the recent past where BCCI implemented of giving equal pay to their female cricketers regardless of the revenue that they get in. It's a very good step. This step can be implemented, or such steps can be implemented where in corporates as well, where you get equal opportunities, equal pay, you're hired on your skills. So a message that I would like to give to men is thank you, of course, for mentoring us, empowering us, helping us to grow where we are. A message to women who are listening to us, and I feel it starts within. Start talking to yourself, start empowering yourself. It's not like someone is trying to put you down. We have good examples in the company, and until you start from yourself, nothing's gonna change. So start it, be with yourself, and grow accordingly. And let's not have those gender biases anymore. Let's not. I hope this gender equality things just get out of the society in the near future, and we don't have a International Women's Day or a Men's Day celebrated. It's equal then. I hope so.
Yeah, let's all hope so, right? And it's women like you who can be role models now. I know, listening to you all, you guys should become mentors, and you should have under you all the new women who are joining should be empowered through you. And I also agree with you, empowerment starts with self. You cannot blame the organization, your team, your boss, and say that I feel like this. If you don't feel like that about yourself, if you don't feel confident and like a superwoman, nobody else can do that for you.
One message that I got in Hitachi very recently from my mentor that I mentioned about, and I was very confused. It was challenging because it's a new domain, it's a male-dominated company, although it did not impact me that it's a male-dominated company that time, but it was challenging. I don't come from a rail background. And then I started nagging like, I'm not getting enough support. And then he's like, you're not a baby.
Yeah.
You are 7 years experience. Start working on your own. And that thing just hit me hard. So after that, it's no longer a challenge to be in a rail company. Then I have visited Chennai. I have gone to places where I don't think I would have been able to in any other industry. It's a very good exposure at Hitachi.
Fantastic. So you become responsible and accountable for yourself, and hold yourself accountable instead of the others, right?
But that push is good regardless from any gender. That push is good when you start losing your self-esteem, when you start nagging, and when you start behaving like a kid. Sometimes that push is very nice to have, which makes you accountable, makes you responsible, makes you feel that okay, it's not like you're a kid anymore. Just pull up your socks and start
Yeah,
working.
yeah, exactly. Okay, Sonia, you want to say something on this or?
So, I'll put it across this way that no professional would start his or her day thinking that I'm not letting grow of anybody, I'm going to sabotage somebody's career. This is not what we think when we come to work.
Correct.
We come to work with a day's agenda or perhaps a month look ahead or a quarterly look ahead. And during that process, whatever skills and differentiators a leader or a manager would have is welcome to him or her. So, as she said, let's internalize. There are biases, but we need to understand that these biases could be within us. So, if we let go of those biases, I have not come across any manager or leader, irrespective of the gender, not appreciating the value proposition the team member is bringing in. So, it starts from us. If we have that, we'll get there.
Fabulous. Since you have the mic, I wanted to ask you, in your experience, you've played many operational and compliance roles, and from what you were telling me, you always took up a project which stretched you. And how has that helped you grow personally and professionally? I think that could be an inspiring answer for the women listening.
Yeah, that's true. I've always taken those stretched roles or bubble assignments other than my core profile, and it's helped me both technically and in like soft skills. I always wanted to go beyond, see how much I can achieve, but not at the cost of organization goals. That is one thing in mind, that I would not pick up something just for the sake of self-learning at the cost of organization's results or goals. Fortunately, I've been able to demonstrate those skills and have been assigned those kind of roles. So they've helped me, as you take a stretch role, obviously you need to be more micromanaging your schedules. It helped me more networking because stretch roles and bubble assignments are always short term, looking for quick turnarounds, and then less on resources also. So to attain that goal, you need to leverage whatever is available with you. So it helps in problem solving, it helps in managing your schedule, it helps in networking a lot. Because of the limited resources we have, we want more and more people on board. So it's always been helpful. It has made me more stronger.
So one of the things that I've realized, I mean, I've been mentoring women, and when it comes to these kind of assignments, insecurity sets in, and how do they manage home, right? That becomes the biggest question, because like you said, they're short term, they're high energy, you have to deliver, and then they're always afraid of what happens back home. How do I spend so many hours on something? Any tips or anything that you did that could help another woman listening and saying, I also need to take up these challenges?
Yeah, so one thing is, I would say that stretch role doesn't mean beyond working hours. It's just that you need to prioritize. So it comes as you keep taking those roles, those skills come in. Initially you struggle, but then you learn how to prioritize. You learn how to delegate, leverage those resources, and in turn, unconsciously or subconsciously, you're mentoring somebody else within the team, because these
Correct.
roles are generally team oriented. So everything falls in space if you know that you've built your goals well, you have a team support, you have a good mentor. So it rounds back to that mentoring and networking. So that helps you. I have never experienced that I had to stretch myself or is impacted or my personal life or so. So it comes with time, but the thing is that we need to prioritize.
Yeah, I agree. I always tell women when they ask me this question is, you should network at home also.
Yeah.
You should have great relationships. If it's your mother-in-law, it doesn't matter who, right? Have great relationships at home also. So when you're in a situation where you have to work longer hours, you know that they will support you. Tell them what's happening in your life. So networking at home also is very important. That's your first network, right? At the end of the day. And if you have good relations with them, what else? So yeah.
Just to add to that, don't shy away to take support.
Yeah.
Everybody needs support at one point of
Absolutely.
time.
Ask.
Gender irrespective, support is needed. So let's not shy away from taking that support. And you cannot be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
it's okay to not do something someday for somebody, they would understand.
Yeah, I think I always say, if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah.
So if you need help, you need anything, always ask, and your resource will come to you. So thank you so much, Sonia, for sharing that. So Anita, can you share some success story of accomplishment that you are particularly proud of, and how Hitachi Rail supported you? You've been here for 23 years. I'm sure there have been many.
Thank you, thank you. This 23 years is putting me on a very high chair.
Yes.
I'm really proud, and I'm sorry. I'm feeling very proud.
You shouldn't be sorry. You should be proud. Own it. Own your
I'm
pride.
owning, but still, I have to tell this because I'm repeatedly telling that statement. I joined this company just after my BSc, Physics, Maths and Electronics, and I'm like very creative. I'm interested in everything: medicine, archaeology, history.
Wow.
I just study. If it's anything, I like to go for the history, astronomy. I wanted to do my astrophysics. My father told, I'm the only daughter. I'm the only child of my parents. My father is like, he's got some rules. Girl this, girl that, girl this. Night and all you cannot go because you have to see stars. I told my father lovingly, laughing, Papa, I'll see the stars even in the day. But okay, fine. Then I joined this company. Here when I joined, I didn't feel my home was different and my office was different. I'm very talkative at home. Like I just somehow or the other, I get my things done. Even in the office, I came here, somehow or the other I learned. I joined the purchase department. I did marketing. I did finance. And I even assisted the director of the company for 17 years. And I have assisted him, and he told, and I was recognized as Anita. No, Anita, it is his assistant. I was called as his assistant. Kisko usse baat karo, us assistant se baat karo. And even the railway board, many of the high officials, they used to recognize me by him, and I got the recognition because of the company. And very proud to tell, every department I've worked, and every department, like any work, I can do it. And they know, Anita ko de do, wo khatam kar degi. So that feel I have today, and that is because I have the confidence. Like here are not tell male dominated or female dominated. It is like, as Siddhi told, it's within you. Be independent. Of course, you cannot be alone. Independent is different, alone is different. You can never be alone. You need everybody. As my Madam Sonia told me, you cannot be alone. You need everybody's support. So you should not be overconfident. Be confident. Be within everybody. Even as a home, it's your office. There it is personal, this is professional.
That's
There
very
you
good.
don't get money, you get relation. Here you need money, but not what, don't over expect anything.
Don't
Just-
sacrifice your relationships.
Yes, everything is needed. We have to just be in the race. Winning is true. Every time don't take a loss that you've lost something in life. You have to just keep moving. And you're equal to everybody. Don't be like fighting for things. It'll come. Be confident on yourself.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that motivating answer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Rajshri, you were telling me that you've traveled you've lived across the country. So I'm sure this kind of travel and living in a different city, or how many cities have you lived?
I have lived about 8 to 9 cities.
Wow. So that gives you a different perspective on diversity and inclusion, right? So can you share that with us?
I think when we say diversity and inclusion, India is a prime example. The whole world looks at India. We are such diverse and inclusive people. Every 100 kilometers, we are changing. So I'll not lie. Initially, I was frustrated with it, and I used to always, tell my dad, like, why are you doing this? Why do we have to move to a new city? Why can't you just put me in one city and get away with it? And he used to always say, you'll thank me later. So I would say it has its cons. You're frustrated. You're always trying to fit in. You're always, the outcast. Wherever you go, people probably don't want to talk. Some kids are mean. But I think over the course of time, what I've learned from it is, as an outsider, I've always been an outsider. I've never stayed with my extended family, never with my grandparents. So I'm always in a city where I don't belong, always trying, to fit in, to learn. So it gives you a very broader perspective. You see different people. You take so much from different cities. You see the, the warm-heartedness, the culturally strong south. You see the very warm-hearted north. You see Bombay. People are just ready to just come and help you. You just, you be in Bhopal. People are like, "Arey kya ho gaya? Kuch ho gaya kya?" And you go to Bombay, they're like, "Arey Didi, Bandra jana hai kya?" That's how they come and they help you. So I think that really shaped me as an individual, to contribute to wherever I go. There is this broader perspective. The judgment side is a little lesser comparatively. I would like to believe that I do judge a less, because I'm like, okay, probably they are thinking that is their perspective. And I would also like to mention my school. I belong to the school of Kendriya Vidyalaya. They're a chain of schools, and they are again very diverse and inclusive. So when I used to study in a class, I at least, out of the 29 states, I at least have 15, 16 state people working with me, and I had a very multilingual, multicultural upbringing. So that really helped me. So wherever I go, I find a connection. If I find somebody from Haryana, I had probably a neighbor who gave me, their particular food, or I have a Gujarati friend who gave me that thepla, which I wouldn't have known otherwise. So that really helps.
You got exposure to everything.
Yeah, that exposure really helps even in your day-to-day task when you're dealing with people who are outside your realm, and probably don't come from your same school of thought. So.
Absolutely. So there's this principle that I use many times, especially when you go into a new environment, right? Like today I came and met all of you. So it's called FISO, fit in and then stand out.
Yeah.
You can't stand out because you will never fit in, because people will not welcome you then. So it's always about just integrating yourself with your team, like you said you've done with your team.
Yeah.
And then you will stand out automatically when they see
and it
who
is
you are.
important, I see another thing of groupism where people
Yes.
of one folk go,
Yes.
okay, if I am a Malayali, I go
All the
for
Mal-
Malayali.
yeah.
So I think that is not something we should be doing. You should always,
So you
go
change
about.
it.
Yeah.
You should.
And one more thing, maybe not learn the language, but try to,
Yes.
you know,
Fit in
adapt to it.
by learning Kannada,
adapt to
right?
any language for that matter.
Yes, I know.
I speak 5.
Wow. So you should hold a language class here. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Thank you.
So Siddhi, I had a question for you. Is there something you're working on right now at Hitachi Rail that this is different and you're really proud of, that you want to share with us?
Yeah, of course. So Hitachi recently won the bid for Chennai Metro Phase 2.
Okay.
And which is one of the longest project that Hitachi has won, and probably one of the longest project that Metro has taken up at one stretch. It's a 120 kilometers line with
Wow.
118 stations, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
As soon as the letter of authorization or the letter of acceptance came in from CMRL, I was the one who was very excited, because this is my first metro project. It is the biggest one for Hitachi. And the first thing which excited me is my manager is like, tomorrow we are going to Chennai. I'm like, okay, a new city. Plus, not only to Chennai, we are going to Chennai metro, and we are not going to travel only in the metro, we are going to the back-end operations of metro. It's a whole new world that I have experienced. I have never seen, we go in metro day in and day out, but what's happening in the back end of this hectic operation is something which is very interesting. It's a new technology to learn for me, and I'm pretty thankful to CMRL's executive who taught us so well, and he was so keen to explain each aspect. Regardless, he was not frustrated that we are asking baby questions, because none of us in procurement team were that technical. We had technical teams, but I was not. And I would say I was the only girl in 6 men, I guess.
I was going to ask you that.
But I did not feel any difference. I did not feel. I was the one asking questions. I was given the freedom to ask all sorts of baby questions. I was not judged at all that I'm the only girl. It was so safe. It was so nice to be there, and I'm so excited to work on this project. It's going to be a long project. and I would love to be a part of it throughout.
And I think we should come back and ask you more questions next year for
Yeah,
Ride.
I
What did you
hope
learn
so.
from this project? And I think another pride and joy for Hitachi Rail is the Kolkata project.
Yes, I think Kolkata project I have not extensively worked on. We are almost on the closing of it,
Yeah.
but I have not extensively worked on it. So anyone of you?
I think
who
the
has worked-
first underwater metro project, I think
Yes,
that
it
has
is.
taken up, and I think they said 10.8 kilometers of the track is being located underwater, and Hitachi is doing, giving advanced signaling technology which will ensure, of course, safety and reliability for the passenger. I mean, I'm excited to go to Kolkata and experience this.
Me
and,
too,
And
me
all of you
too.
should, I think, get a free trip to Kolkata to experience it.
Me
So-
too. I am excited. I still work on the Kolkata project, but the extensive part of the work is done. So we are almost close to close the project, and I think these ladies would have worked more than me on
Yeah.
it.
Anybody here has worked on that? I don't know. I had asked them, but
I
it's
was only in the bidding part when the bidding was going on, means the tendering and
Yes,
the
sir.
bidding part. Like since I've not been much in the design and the technical, so I don't know much about it.
No.
But it's in the closure. It's a very beautiful project, as you mentioned. It's all in the subway in the underwater.
Yeah.
It's a great one. It's really a great achievement.
Yes, fantastic. So I think we've done good on time so far. Any last? I'm going to ask you some fun questions later, but before we get off this, what can companies who are in the STEM or like Hitachi Rail do to, attract more diversity into their work? I mean, do you all have any ideas, tips? Being here inside, what can they do to attract more diversity and inclusion happening? Any tips?
I feel the biggest attraction is showing people the benefits of being here, which we are doing right now.
Right now, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, if you know that the place is going to be safe, beneficial, why won't you go? It's just that promoting it.
Promoting, showcasing,
showcasing,
being
being
there in
there.
colleges, talking about. Yeah.
Yes, promoting
Recruitment.
women in mechanical streams to perceive it later. We see a lot of mechanical talent goes into IT sector and then it just gets lost there. So if you have an equal opportunity, if you have equal pay, if you take care of your employees, they will be here.
Okay.
And of course, diversity and inclusion plays a great role. It attracts top talents if you
Yeah.
have it.
Like many people are looking at that when they're joining an organization today. So, Sonia, you've had a lot of experience in, in STEM and everything. Do you have any tips for Hitachi Rail? How do we attract more women, more millennials?
I
Whatever.
think she covered it.
Yeah,
all.
that's it. Okay. It's been wonderful talking to you all about Hitachi Rail. So I'm just going to ask you some fun questions. So, who is your woman role model and why? As we're celebrating, Women's Day, it's the right question for all of you.
My women role model is my mother.
Two things that you learned from her that have helped you.
Actually, what I took it from her is like, to be very frank, my father used to always tell, you know nothing. And he used to always tell, never give her that kind of respect, though she was educated, only she used to be kept up to this kitchen. I took it as a challenge. I told, this is what I'm not going to remain till the kitchen. Minimum education or a BSc system analysis design. I learned from her like, I want to be independent. Support, yes, but independent. Even today, my husband, I tell, I'm independent. Not that I'll not take your support, but I have my independence. I'm teaching that to my daughter. Baba, you're no girl, no boy. You're independent. Learn to be independent. Taking support is true. So my first role model is my mother. She taught me, or from her I learned, like, you should not be dominated by anybody, or you should not tell dominance. You have to be independent. Yes, you take advice, take support, but independence is yours. You have to be confident. We have to come out. We have to speak. Girl or boy, if they tell girl, no, we have to speak. Of course, father, brother, they come in a way, they should come. But
Very good.
it is we, it is you, have to come out and tell, yeah, I have a position wherever it is. It's a family. You go to an office, yes, this is my position, you have to respect me. And I too have skills, and you should show it and expose it, and it will be accepted.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Sonia.
It has been my manager who has been my role model. So one thing I was told very clearly, as you know, that I've been working in heavy manufacturing industry and project industry, which is again male dominated to an extent. So starting with the concept, the manager worked with me on the concept that you need to get one concept very clear. In order to get included, do not don the characteristics of your counter gender. That's not the point of equality.
Agreed. 100%.
Equality means given an equal ground and reaching the potential that you have or any other person may have. That's equality. And that's for us to see that we give you an even ground to play around.
That's what equity is now. That yeah.
So don't fall into that trap as you move along, and always leverage your strengths. Don't work on your weaknesses. You may try to overcome them to a certain extent, but it doesn't help. And just work on your strengths, and you'll be there. And to an extent, it's like to a great extent, it's helped me.
That's nice. And I think working with leaders, I've seen more the women as they grow older and they're going to higher positions, they somehow lose their femininity and they become like men, like you said, right? You start trying to dress like in suits. Your empathy goes out the window, collaboration goes out. You know, where is complementing skills? Nothing. So then you don't, you know, you lose the charm of being a woman leader. So beautifully put. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I cannot stick to one role model. There are a lot. I learn things from different role models. Some of them I can name as historical characters in Indian history, or in recent times I look up to Sudha Murthy, who has been a very good role model for women empowerment because she has faced it herself.
Yes.
And she puts forth, articulates it in a very good way. Some mentors, like my brother, has never looked down to me as a girl and always mentored. So every time here and there I get advices from him on how to be independent, or some tasks that he gives me, which makes me feel okay, let me try to work on it without any gender bias. Another mentor I would say is my manager from my previous organization. We had a gender equality in his team. We had equal grounds. We had very equal grounds. We were never looked at, okay, if you are a girl, probably you cannot do this job. Maybe you have an extra potential to do it, maybe not. Just give it a shot. That's it. Just give it a shot. Be as good as you can be for yourself and compete with yourself. Don't compete it with anyone else, regardless of the gender in the company. So yeah, some good teachings that I have got, and I cannot stick to one role model. That's
okay.
not fair.
No problem. Thank you. Indu, you have any role models?
Yeah, as correct. Actually, Anita ma'am already told our every mom will be super mom only. Our first role model definitely our mom
Yes,
only.
absolutely.
My next role model actually I used to say Anita ma'am only, because I was seeing how she is handling everyone she is handling. So that is really great, ma'am. I used to and my next role model I used to say my team leader and our team member Jeevan Sarise. So they both also, they're very good caring about their every self. First of all, I used to say thanks because they are not thinking I am just a startup like that. They used to say you can do it like that. They are trying to force me to do that.
Encouraging you.
Yeah, they are every time they are encouraging me to everything. From actually our first project also, I forgot to say about my job. I was working functional design engineer. So in that actually designing, it's like I feel like first it's like suicide. Seriously, I will feel like that only.
Wow.
But after that only,
Okay.
after that only they are trying to force me. You can do it because this is the first. You can try it like that. They used to say. First project also, that time I told, no, I can't try. At least I need help. Like that I told. Then our team leader and Jeevan sir, they both only, you can do it now. I will teach you. Then you can do it now. Like that they are forcing. So especially thank for the both then.
Fantastic.
Suicide has given her an appreciation directly from railway. Immediately, the team lead called today. The railway, who's I think DST or a CST, right? Called and told, "वो design बहुत अच्छा है, उसमें कुछ corrections नहीं है.
Wow.
इंदु का design perfect है." She got an appreciation. So suicide point is appreciated to go up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Sir.
Like I always pick up things from different people, so it is very difficult. I think I quite never understood the whole role model concept growing up. So I think the first time I actually felt or I was moved by was this author called J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
So she has written a book of series. So it was so phenomenal. So back then nobody spoke about the art of storytelling or anything. Now it is a thing. It's growing up because of so much of digital content and people rely on storytelling. So I think for me that moment it started from her, where I was so moved by a story or I could sense, okay, this is something which has changed something in me. So I think it would be her and something I've learned from my mother again. She has always been that safe space. Like when she always says that, whenever you're in trouble, I want you to come to me. I don't want you to be thinking that, my parents are not approachable or, that sense of belonging she has given me. So I think, I think I always pick from here and there. One person I would really like to mention, I think I just finished my engineering. So I was not getting call from where I was placed. And, you are in that desperation phase where you're like, okay, let me do something. And I went for this Yahoo interview. And it was not a very good profile. And I was also feeling, okay, I'm like, okay, what's the harm? Let's just try it. And that gentleman told that, this is your career. Be very wiseful about it. Don't just get into something for the sake of it. And I think within a week, I got a call from Hitachi. So I always think that, what if I'd joined and I had given up on this? So he, being a manager, being a recruiting manager, he's like, please don't get into something just for the sake of it. Probably you can do better. And I don't remember his name, but I still think about him sometimes.
You should find his name and thank him.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I know when Punch has come in that maybe time is up. But I had one last question, okay, very quickly, if you can say, if you had to give advice to your younger self, just 2 points, what would it be? Anyone can start. Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead.
Keep trying, keep experimenting. Failures are fine. Stopping is not. Quitting is not.
Fantastic. Quick. Yes.
I would say, had I asked for more. So, not asking is always no, as you said.
Yeah.
So, don't hesitate asking.
And you just can't imagine what a world opens up when you ask.
Yeah.
It actually opens up the other person's mindset to give, because they probably did not think of giving also. So that's why I love to ask.
Yeah.
So very nice. Thank you. Anita, quickly, any
Yes.
advice to your younger self?
Yeah, winning, true, that is required, but always be in the race. Victory will always come to you. Don't give up the race. Always be confident on yourself and always come out. Don't hesitate for anything.
So have a positive mindset in life.
Yes, be positive. It'll come to you. Be confident on yourself. You can achieve it. Nothing is impossible.
Nice. Indu, you're very young. But what would you give your advice to your younger self?
Especially I used to say a woman only, because they have to see outside, see the world, how many, there are more opportunities are there. They used to see outside people's first. They used to communicate. So that's what I used to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
And I will just say that listen to your mother, she knows better.
Okay, fantastic. So one question which I had, what role do you think men play in fostering a culture of inclusion and diversity in the workplace, and how can they be our allies, our friends, our collaborators? Anyone wants to answer that? Punch, you're welcome to answer.
like it was told by Sid, they go hand in hand. They are not independent. They go hand in hand. Both is required. Inclusion, diversion, and male. Yes, we always tell, okay, it's given to them, so they can move forward and they have to accept it, and they can support the females, telling that okay, since females are less, they tell in percentage, now they are in more, so they can bring in both and increase the female count.
Okay.
They can play a role.
You hope you're hearing.
So I think that they can do it, and I'm sure you'll get the support once you start from the females also. So this has to be done because you're dominating now. Now, not that we will start dominating you later, since you're dominating. So little percentage, if you do it, we'll start
I
supporting
think there's
you.
equity there. It'll be equitable situation.
It
It's
is
not about
like, no, it's not about taking away anybody. It
Yes.
is like, it is self. We females should not lose our grounds, like as ma'am told. It's work only on your strength, not on the weakness. Weakness is aside, which is hidden. Strength is what is seen. So work on it always. Give more strength to the positive, lesser strength to the negative.
Yeah, I think you just
That's it.
bring about a yin yang balance.
Yes. Ma'am, for you.
Okay, so men as allies. See, we all have blind spots, gender irrespective. In this context, the blind spot could be the bias that we carry. Now, if our male counterparts tend to realize those and identify those blind spots, half the battle is won. This supporting of diversity and inclusion needs to perhaps go beyond the organization's DEI policies. Small steps, say having inclusive meetings. For example, we tend to use these words, guys. It becomes very gender specific. So tend to have those inclusive meetings by saying team rather than saying gentlemen or
Very good tip.
maybe amplifying the marginalized voices even when they are not there. The key word is even if your female counterpart, your team member is not there, if you amplify that voice and opinion, it is inclusion.
I agree.
If as a male manager I will stop my meeting or reschedule my meeting if my male counterpart is not there, but would not do it if a female counterpart is not there, is not inclusion. So these small steps speak a lot, amplify the diversity and inclusion motive that Hitachi Rail has is undertaking. So I guess it can it doesn't have to be a very big event or something. Small steps during our daily operations speak a lot about it and can help there.
Fantastic. Anyone wants to add?
I think she covered.
Yeah, I think you gave a beautiful answer, which I would like to leave everyone to start thinking about. And yes, of course.
One thing I have personally noticed is many men as managers, they shy away from giving effective, strong feedback to women. That I've really experienced with multiple managers where I've got very generic feedback, like take up this tech share for this quarter, do this, do that. But I've never really, somebody has sat me down, and few have, but many shy away because they really don't know how to come across. Probably they are scared that, they might offend
Hurt
me,
your
or,
feelings,
I'm sensitive as a person because I'm a girl. So effective feedback is something I really want, at least men around me or my managers whom I report to, because I personally feel over the years I have a little amount of thick skin where I can take it and venture out, because I don't know, there's a blind spot there. So that's something I would really want men to do, that start giving, just because she's a lady, don't just give a
Hold back,
sugar coated
yeah,
or a
sugar-coated.
generic feedback.
Fantastic tips. So I hope the men listening, please give effective feedback to everyone equally. I think, yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a manager like that, and I got very effective feedbacks from him, which actually shaped me well. So, made me thick skin, as she said, but moreover, helped me develop on my skills. A lot of skills, not just technical skills of procurement or negotiations, but other skills which are required in corporate. So, yeah, effective feedback actually works, and regardless of the gender, it should be given without any bias.
I think this was fabulous. I think all of you sitting here are really role models. And my request to all of you on this Women's Day is take up a few women in your office, find them. I don't know how, because many are working from home. And please become role models. Please guide them, mentor them, so that next year we have like a group of 25 people and we can have a town hall about International Women's Day. Can you all promise me that? Really, that's my desire. After listening to all of you, there's so much for you all to give. But if you all don't speak up and take other people under your wing, I think we lose out as a company. Agreed? All of you? Even you. You've been here 1 year, but then you can mentor somebody who's just joined yesterday. Right? And yes. I mean, I think you have a lot. And as you mentor people, you become stronger because you start realizing your own potential. So that's what mentorship is all about. When you take more people, you become stronger. Well, I think we should, and then when we started, we said, what are we going to talk for 1 hour, right? You remember that? I think it's been more than an hour now. We've learned, like we promised, we have informed, we have inspired. And I want to say these are Hitachi, STS, Bengaluru women who are delivering innovative, sustainable digital mobility solutions for Hitachi Rail. And I, as a Bangalorean, I'm super proud that all of you are here doing such good work. And do you know that last year alone, 18 billion plus journeys were taken using Hitachi technology. And that's something that all of you should be really proud of. And Hitachi truly believes that people are at the heart of achieving the mobility vision, and you are the people sitting here, you are the women who are making this vision possible for them. And they say the train is a small world moving towards a larger world, and thank you for showing us that larger world through the work that you do. And I want to applaud all of you. Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity to spend an hour talking about things that make a difference, will make a difference, and change the world that we live in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you all happy now?
Yes.
Yes. Was it good?
Great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. So if you had to give compliment to each other, I want you to compliment. It's like at the end of a session, I always say, you give a rose, right? And
Yes.
when you give a rose, the scent of the rose lingers on your hand and makes the other person feel good.
Yes.
So start with you. One quick compliment to each of them.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
No, you have to compliment her. You like her scarf, you say you like her scarf. Whatever it is, it could be physical, whatever they said inspired you.
Yes. Today is the first day I'm speaking to ma'am so close.
Say Sonia.
You have to call me also ma'am then, okay?
Yeah, I'm calling because I don't know. I always have this habit of telling Ji,
Huh.
Namaste.
Huh.
I don't know. It's there within me. Like I cannot give up that. Okay, whatever it is, I'll try to.
Okay. One compliment.
She's great.
That's very general. Give a specific compliment, which is only Sonia.
It's only Sonia.
Yes.
From ma'am, what? Sorry. Sonia, what I learned is like you can achieve it in her field. What she's done, it's really great. And what she told, time management and respecting, and some kind of technical words what she used really inspired me.
Okay, that's it. Now next person.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because the time is up.
And for this young age, she's having great knowledge.
Fantastic.
Indu, she's technically solid, and I like to want to learn design from her.
Wow.
And Rajeshri, she's simply great. She's a hub of all knowledge.
Wow. And what about me? You don't know me. Don't say that.
I know you well, but to tell you're the role model. Next time I'll sit there to interview.
Then what about me? You'll interview me?
No, in the sense you can sit next to me.
Okay.
There and I here.
Okay. Fantastic.
Nice.
Sonia, if you had to compliment them.
I'll start from her.
Yes.
I really like the way she has the self-respect and she realizes her achievements and she's come through.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
I like the youth in her, the energy, and a very patient listener.
Yes.
And I like the openness to learning and adaptability. I guess the way she's described her journey so far, there's a lot of adaptability gone into it since the childhood. And
Fantastic.
I like you are a very good listener again, and the composure that you can.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, Siddhi.
I'll start with you.
Okay.
I love the way you maintain your different personalities. I've looked up for you on Instagram, LinkedIn. I have stalked you.
Thank you.
But
Okay.
yeah, lovely way to be. The confidence that you put forth on the table is something I would love to have. I love the way she puts emotion in her work and she doesn't consider profession as profession. It's a family to her. It's something personal to her, which is something I would love to learn from you.
Thank you.
From her, the way she is simply great. From the day one, I'm like I never read people who have been who are a new entrant. We get an email. I don't go through that in detail, but for Sonia, I have, and I'm like, what a personality!
Wow.
I love it. She's quite young, and I love the way she wants to learn. She has that thrive to absorb things from everyone. Lovely. I love her smile.
Yeah,
She
definitely.
has a beautiful smile, and as she said, she's very adaptable, very friendly. We can be good friends.
I think so.
Forward.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yes, Indu. Start.
Yeah, first I have to start with Anita. My already told my role model is Anita ma'am.
Thank you.
And Sonia ma'am, both also have to learn how you're managing your families and as well professional and personal, like both also you're handling. So I need to learn from them. Actually, they're both, this is the first time I met them, so I don't know, but their communicating skill is very good. And you ma'am, you also, your communicating skill is very good. You're quite, I feel like I'm comfortable with you.
Okay. So next year when we sit together, your communication skills will be there. I'll help you, and I will take up that action today. Okay.
I start with you. Like I said, growing up, I've always appreciated storytelling. It is one of the things which have not been taught in school. So you put across, I think what are we? 5 people. I've met ma'am, but otherwise nobody. And you put us together for 1 hour and put us into that engagement. That is commendable. I don't think I have that skill.
You do. You do. You do.
Okay. Thank you. Anita ma'am, I think she has like I always shied away putting my emotions forward. I'm very stunted that way, and she has that skill in her to put that emotion forward and speak with that passion, which I think I can learn from her. Ma'am, I mean Sonia.
That's what I want to tell. Don't call me ma'am, Anita.
Oh.
I was waiting when she will tell that to her.
Sonia, I think her experience really shows in her answers. Like you hear that and okay, this lady has gone through things and she knows, she owns it. And Siddhi, I think we are about the same age, and she's that quintessential, that boss lady wala energy.
Yes,
Tina
I was
Fey
going to give
energy.
her that compliment.
She has the Tina Fey energy.
Yeah.
And that is there. And with her, I was closely observing her from the start. And towards the end, the change, even within this hour, was commendable.
Ah,
Her answers were getting better, her answers
Yes.
were getting stronger. So
Yes.
I think that was really commendable.
absolutely. I think of her as that flower. As the session was going, I saw her blooming, and you're ready now. And I'm sure if we spoke another few minutes, you would want to talk, because now I see that desire coming up.
I
in-
saw her back in
Yeah.
the room,
Yes.
like how she was worried,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing her now.
Yes.
There's a
That's what I told her. I
drastic
said,
change.
don't worry, when you speak from the heart, everything will be fine. So just speak more from the heart. Yeah. And I just love your smile, and I love the fact that you're bringing all your experiences, the way you spoke about your team and the way you work with them. I think that's something that other women can learn from you, and that's something you should think of as your strength and give it to other people. It's not easy for women to thrive the way you are, and you should do more of it. That's why I said all of you become mentors. It'll really help others. Like you can mentor her on that, And Siddhi is such a confident young woman, and I love the way you described going to Chennai and just the way you spoke about how you soaked up the learning, right? And you're in procurement. You don't have to do that, and you did it, and just shows how much you want to learn and grow and thrive in Hitachi Rail. And I'm super proud to have met you. And Sonia, I think I also looked up your profile LinkedIn, and you come with such pedigree, and I love the way you just sat with all of us here and spoke to us like, you come with a lot of experience, but you are still so humble and so nice, and really appreciate that about you. And you're looking fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I
And
like the way ma'am
yes. Tied the show, yes.
It's less cumbersome.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing how to try this.
So for you, I would say the moment I spoke to you, I said, thank God there's some, because she had no qualms and she had full energy and passion. I said, okay, one person is like this, the rest of I can manage, And I was like, because I didn't, I was like, okay, now as nobody wants to speak, but she was like, ma'am, I'm the Asha Bhosle. And I was like, for a minute, I was thinking, is she going to sing? That's why I asked her. But then I understood, and passion is her name. And Anita, you've been here 23 years. Now it's time for you to become a role model and to help other women who are coming in. Start a small group within Bangalore. Like, take everybody under your wing, guide them, be like a mother to them. I see mother energy in you a lot. So
Thank you.
yeah. So that's it. It's been a wonderful experience. I just thought the last part is important. We've spent some time together. I see that everybody has opened up from morning to now, and it's fantastic. And I hope we meet again soon. So
Thank you, ma'am. Sure.
thank you for the
We'll wait
experience.
for it.
Yeah.